Magomedov es un peleador que tiene muchas victorias en el UFC. Muchas personas lo ven a él como el nuevo campeón. Y yo sé que si yo gano a él, me pone un nivel más cerca del título.
En este momento de su carrera, al parecer, al juicio de muchos, usted es el escalón para que su oponente pueda subir. ¿Cómo se visualiza?
Pues yo sé que para cualquier persona que puede pelear, yo estoy este nivel. Yo sé que yo necesito entrar y entrenar duro, pelear muy duro, muy inteligente, porque yo sé que él quiere lo que yo tengo y yo no voy a dejar eso.
¿Cuál debe ser la clave para que usted pueda salir al entonces en el combate?
Para salir con una victoria tengo que salir muy fuerte y con mis manos muy duras. Y yo sé que a él le gusta usar el contragolpe y voy a entrar y tengo un game plan para él.
Miguel, en términos del desarrollo de UFC en Latinoamérica, en el Caribe, específicamente en Puerto Rico, de donde yo vengo, ¿cómo usted ve la posibilidad de que esto pueda desarrollarse a nivel masivo, ¿no? Como uno de los principales deportes?
Pues el UFC está dominando todo el mundo, y menos Latinoamérica. Ya están en Brasil, pero en México, en Puerto Rico, en el Caribe, todavía no han ido ahí. Pero yo sé que con tiempo, con más tiempo y con más publicación, los peleadores latinos van a salir, y de Puerto Rico, de México. Somos boxeadores fascinantes. Y entramos aprendiendo a luchar y hacer kickbox, todo eso vamos a estar UFC poderoso.
¿Cuán importante cree que sería para este deporte que se pueda llegar a masificar en el área de Latinoamérica?
Tienen que estar UFC, tienen que sacar un show, y ya cuando tienen un show en Puerto Rico, en México, ya es el boom, eso va a crecer de ahí.
¿Cree que es posible que en países de tanto arraigo en el boxeo, en béisbol, básquet, en otro deporte, UFC pueda...?
Sí, es posible. Lo que pasa es, a los latinos les gusta la lucha, el boxeo, el kickbox. En el UFC tienen todo el mundo ahí. Tienen todo, y es de verdad, no es de historia de paso.
Thanks. Gracias.
Gracias.
Miguel, let me start with this. You've had kind of a tumultuous several months. How good does it feel just to be here, to be back fighting, and can I put the last several months behind you?
I put them behind me a long time ago. You know, I never stopped training. You know, I've been working out since January, and just to be able to have a fight and train for it, and be able to be here now and be on the stage to come and fight it's a great. It's, like, for me, it's all I've ever wanted to do in life, and it's a great feeling.
You're a veteran, obviously. Michael McDonald's a young kid. He's got a lot of experience for only being 21 years old or 22 years old. But do you remember what it was like coming up? I mean, those early days of fighting. He's a young kid. You know, he's kind of enjoying himself. You got the veteran experience, but for a young kid, he does have a lot of experience.
Oh, 100%. You know, when I was his age, I took everything extremely serious. I mean, I could see myself. I could see him, you know, the way I was when I was his age. And I was just saying, I was extremely focused. I knew what I wanted to do. I was training extremely hard. I believed in myself. I mean, he has all the traits that I had when I was his age. The biggest difference is that I've passed through 10 more years than he has, and I've been to 10 more years of fights. And people might say, "Oh, you're over your prime." I haven't hit my prime yet. You know, I just started training with Trust 2 years ago. I'm just finding a new mesh for my style. I think my best days maybe haven't even hit yet. And you know, for him, he has a long way to go. And I think all the punches he's fought, they've been tough guys, but they haven't had that edge, that knack, that experience. And I have that. I think I'm the most dangerous puncher I've ever fought.
You haven't had many losses. What have you taken from those losses?
The losses that I lost, you know, against Bulls and Benavidez, I wasn't ready for those fights. You know, the Bulls fight, I trained 2 or 3 weeks for the fight. You know, I was traveling too much and I wasn't doing the right things. And the Benavidez fight, I was hurt. You know, I didn't train for that fight either. You could tell when I went in that I was off. Every fight that I trained for, I had a loss. Besides the Demetrius Johnson fight, which I think I got robbed. But you know, I just take one thing. I think you have to get better from what you lose. You got to get better from that.
39 wins.
It's a lot of wins, man. It's a lot of wins.
Is that something that when you get in the ring, you're gonna look to and turn to?
Before I walk out,
in those 39.
100%. Before I walk out, I look at everything I've been through, all my training partners, my coaches, all the experiences that I've had, all the fights that I've had, all the guys that I've beaten. You know, everything that I've learned. Right before I walk out, that little last grab of strength comes from that pool. And I think about my daughter, my family, my experience. I think about all that stuff. It's giving me chills just talking about it right now, because I know I've been through a lot. You know, you can look at my face, you can look at my body. I've been through a lot. I felt a lot.
If you were ready to get it on right now, are you ready?
I'm ready right now. I want to do this 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I've been biting the chops for 2 weeks.
Chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
Miguel, in addition to TriStar, obviously you've spent some time in Florida now. What has that experience been like?
It's been awesome, you know, just to see how, you know, the Black Zans train almost the same as TriStar. The only difference is all the guys are big. So I'm training with Jay-Z and Buscape, all these guys that fight at 55 that walk around at 80. A little bit harder for me, but they push me good. I got Van, I got Tyrone Spong, I got Henry Hoof, I got Marsberg. I got some of the best coaches in the world there. So for me, it's a second home. I love being there, and for me, the biggest thing I take out of it is that old spirit, that old fighting spirit that I have to bring that, because everybody's bigger than me, and I can't just use technique. I have to put my old aggression into it. So I have to outwork my opponent or my partners and overcome their strengths.
What are you going to do about the nickname, the Black Zillions? Obviously, there's got to be a way to change it up with you in there now.
I'm a Mexican, man. You didn't hear? They changed it for me. We're the Mexizillions. The Mexa Black Zillions. Something like that.
Nice. Miguel, ¿cuántas victorias en tu carrera serán suficientes para tú decir he llegado a la meta que quería?
Pues yo sé que las victorias no importan, es como peleas. Y entrando, yo sé que cuando yo entro a pelear, yo entro con todo mi corazón y toda mi alma. Y eso cambia todo.
39 victorias son muchas.
Son muchas, pero puedes tener 39 victorias contra personas que no valen nada, o 39 victorias contra personas muy poderosas. Es diferente.
Este entrenamiento, según nos estabas contando, ha sido bastante arduo, bastante fuerte para ti. ¿Cómo diferencias ese cambio de estilo y esta nueva vida en tu entrenamiento para esta pelea?
Una cosa que cambié mucho ahora es mi dieta. Estoy comiendo muy limpio ahora y es muy duro porque me gusta comer mucha comida mexicana como tacos y todo eso, pero me siento muy sano, me siento muy mejor.
Okay. El estar con el grupo como le dicen, los Black Zillions, te ha dado una nueva estilo, una nueva perspectiva.
No, para mí entrenan igual como en TriStar, nomás son más pesados, pero entrenan muy durísimos.
Miguel, ¿cuál crees que sea tu mayor ventaja para esta pelea que
Mi experiencia. Mi experiencia es la cosa más grande para mí.
Y en cuestión de que, tú eres padre de familia, ¿cómo manejas ese tiempo? ¿Cómo te divides entre entrenar, ser padre de familia?
Cuando estoy entrenando no veo a mi familia. Ya sé cuando terminando esta pelea voy a llegar a casa y disfrutar mi hija.
¿Y qué le puedes decir a tus fans de México que están expectantes a tu pelea?
Están esperando una pelea muy grande para mí, un knockout, una sumisión, porque voy a matar a Miguel Torres.
Estamos contigo, Miguel.
Miguel, you mentioned the travel before the Bulls fight, all the stuff, you had the pressure being, when you were WC bantamweight champion, you were number 2, I think, number 3 pound for pound in the world. What did you learn from that you carry to now, that as you go back on maybe a title run, and you beat Michael McDonald, that's a big statement in that division. What do you think you learned from that experience that you feel like is going to carry you towards another title?
The most important thing that I've learned is that I can say no, and that training is my most important focus. So, the biggest problem that I had was when I was in Chicago, and I would get a call from my manager saying, hey, you're going to show this weekend, you're going to go do something, you're going to New York tomorrow. I would get a call like Tuesday night, hey, pack up, you're going to take off to New York Wednesday morning. And I'm like, but I'm training for a fight, it doesn't matter, you got to go. And they fly me out there, and they'd fly me a training partner, but we're in a hotel with no gym, no mats, there's no time to train. So it's like, I'm there and I'm trying to work on the room, it's crazy, and I didn't look at it as it was wrong. I just looked at it as something that I had to adapt to, and it's almost impossible to adapt to that. You watch some of the boxers, how they train when they travel and do PR, they got their whole crew goes with them. They still got gym time, and they still have time to eat properly, and I wasn't doing those things. I didn't know any better, and you learn through experience.
And Miguel, part of that I think goes back to the agent and the manager, and I know in your career you've had some bad ones. What does it mean to have Glenn in your corner, a guy like that, working with you?
Having Glenn in my corner is like having my father watch my back. I had an extremely big problem with my previous manager, and I didn't know what was going on for a while. So, I was so blind. After a fight, I don't see my family for so long. I get home and I got my gym, my family, I got to take care of all my. You're gone for 2 months. Imagine coming home. And you have a business. You're gonna have 100 things on your plate when you get back. Problems, issues, people that want to talk to you, and it's just a lot of stuff, And by the time I started to handle that stuff, and I try to get a hold of him, and then I have to start traveling again, and then start training again, and then people come to my gym and want to train, and it never ended. I didn't have any time management, and now my time management is simple. I train for a fight. I'm telling everybody, look, I'm leaving the first. I'm not gonna be back for 2 months. So whatever you need to get done, you gotta see before the first. And once the first comes, my only focus and goal is to train. And some of you guys have my number from the media, call me, and my phone is in the dorm, on my bed, and that's where I leave it. So it's like being in the 90s again. I have a pager basically. I'm gone, and I have no cell phone. I'm in Canada. I don't want to roam, and I'm in the gym all day, so I love it.
Miguel, Ángel Codero para Dynamic Club de Puerto Rico. Mucho ha cambiado desde tus días en el WBC. ¿Cuál tú entiendes que es la diferencia más grande entre Miguel Torres de ese momento y ahora?
La diferencia más grande para mí es mi dieta, mi entrenamiento y cómo estoy pensando en las peleas. No. Cuando estaba más joven, yo pensaba de las peleas que tengo que entrar y estar más fuerte y más condición y cosas básicas. Ahora sé que el mente es una cosa más importante y cómo entrenar. Como yo estoy entrando ahorita con dos equipos muy famosos, muy grandes, y para mí son los mejores equipos del mundo, los Black Lions y el equipo de TriStar, el equipo de Rashad Evans y el equipo de Jersey Care. Entrenan casi igual, menos en TriStar tiene más personas que peso. Y eso me ayuda mucho porque yo sé que cuando estoy entrando a las peleas, tengo gente que pelean en el UFC, en mi división, y estoy entrenando con ellos. Yo sé que son profesionales, saben cómo entrenar, cómo pelear y cómo hacer todo bien. Y luego mi dieta. Yo no estoy comiendo comidas grasosas cuando estoy entrenando, no estoy tomando soda, nada de eso.
Ok, ya que mencionas a Rashad Evans, Rashad estuvo hace poco en Puerto Rico. ¿Qué tan importante es para ti que el fanático latino en el mundo apoye el UFC, apoye el MMA y poder ayudar a UFC a entrar a esos mercados?
No, es muy importante porque si los fanáticos no apoyan a los peleadores no van a Puerto Rico, a México, a Latinoamérica, no van a ver, no van a conocer. Y si conocen van a querer ver las peleas más. Y luego viene el UFC.
Vimos una reunión entre Rashad Evans y Félix Tito Trinidad, que tú sabes que es un
negro mío.
Gracias a ese video fue parte del trabajo de nosotros. ¿Qué representa para ti ver una leyenda del boxeo, que es un deporte que mucha gente considera que es una competencia para el MMA, y verlo converger con figuras como Rashad Evans, que son pilares en el MMA?
No, yo creo que eso es una cosa muy grande. Para mí, yo veo el boxeo y el MMA son amigos, no son enemigos. El MMA viene de boxeo, viene de ese deporte. Para mí, yo no veo eso. Nunca va a morir el boxeo.
Un mensaje para todos los fanáticos del MMA en Puerto Rico.
Que esperan a sábado contra mi pelea contra el McDonald y prometo un knockout.
Gracias, Miguel.
Gracias.
¿Cómo ves la pelea de Rashad contra Jones?
Para mí, pienso que Rashad Evans es el único light heavyweight que puede ganar a John Jones. Yo sé que están entrenando juntos por mucho tiempo y Rashad sabe todos los índices de John Jones. Yo sé que si alguien no va a ganar a John Jones, es Rashad Evans.
Voy a dar a decir, hola, soy Miguel Ángel Torres y estaré con ustedes en Zona ESPN.
En Zona ESPN. Hola, soy Miguel Ángel Torres y estoy con ustedes en Zona ESPN.
Paso, suerte. Gracias.
Por aquí mismo.